Do you know where the clothes you are wearing right now are manufactured? The injustice, exploitation, and abuse towards workers may have caused their blood to be stained on your clothing. Bangladesh, one of the largest textile industries in the world, where the average sweatshop worker earns 13 US cents an hour. Not nearly enough to support a family. The real allure for companies to come and work in Bangladesh is labor. Workers will work for wages that most countries don't, because there is no alternative. Once you know the harsh reality behind the stitches on your clothing, will you still buy it? Let's find out. We wanted to know what happens inside one of the factories. Who better to ask than the people who work there? When visiting Bangladesh, we were intrigued by one of the factories. The walls were burnt and charred. We interviewed a local worker, a 15-year-old girl, whose name has been concealed due to confidential reasonings. She said she's been working in the industry for 3 years, which means she has been working since she was 12. You're 15, still so young. Have you gone to school?
No, when I was little, I thought I would grow up, go to school, study, and have a job. But I couldn't study because I'm very poor. I have to work to eat.
How do your bosses treat you?
If the others didn't know how to do their work, they used to yell and swear. If I can't work fast enough and meet the target, they'll swear at me too. Sometimes they beat me.
What was your job in the factory?
I had to snip off the threads from the men's shirts we make. Sometimes my back starts to hurt and my fingers are numb, but I have to keep going. I'm forced to. I fear for my life if I don't.
She's forced to work 14 to 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. On top of this, their lives are put at risk every day. They face unsafe, cramped, and hazardous conditions. There's a shocking lack of safety controls inside some of Bangladesh's clothes factories. Some are often without emergency exits, fire safety plans, and/or extinguishers. In this particular factory, nothing is different. This often leads to work injuries and factory fire, like the ones the workers faced in 2012. Can you tell me what happened at the fire in 2012?
When we heard the alarms go off, we all jumped up from our machines. The manager started to shout. He said, "You son of a bitch, we have a shipment tomorrow. Get back to work." They didn't want to let us out. I was so scared. We couldn't jump out, the windows were barred. But someone broke us free. The rest I can't remember.
Do you worry that one day you might get hurt in the factory?
Of course, and it happens all the time. Every few days there's a fire. I lost many friends. But what can we do? I have no choice. I need to support my family. My mother and sister also work in the factory.
Altogether, they earn $100 a month. Even in a poor country like Bangladesh, that's not enough to make ends meet. So the family eats less to save money.
We share a piece of fish, maybe once a month. Every day we have the same lunch, rice and lentils. That's all we can buy.
I am now here with the owner of the Star Plaza sweatshop to ask her what goes on behind the walls. Could you possibly tell us about the recent fire in your sweatshop?
Well, we took good care of it. Nobody got hurt, and we ensure you that it will not happen again.
According to my sources, there seems to be some issue with you swearing at your workers when they're unable to complete their tasks. What do you say about this?
First of all, swearing is quite a strong word, miss, and I guarantee you that oftentimes a lot of my workers, they tend to exaggerate a bit. And we have orders come and go all the time. We have deadlines to meet, and you know, sometimes a little bit of the encouragement, it's necessary. But I guarantee you that none of my workers are pressured, and they were never sworn at.
It has been brought to my attention that you hire children under the age of 18. Is this true?
Child labor at my factory? No way. It's impossible.
Do you know that you're paying your workers less than minimum wage?
You see, everybody's struggling here, and the condition in Bangladesh is not necessarily the best, so you kind of have to work to eat. And also, working in factories, to be honest, it's already a lot better than other alternative jobs out there. Well, would you rather work under the sun for hours, or would you rather watch your family die? And to be honest, working for next to nothing is still better than working for nothing. So if you don't like what you're doing here, you are welcome to leave anytime. It's that simple.
Even though sweatshops have risked thousands of lives, it has also saved many. The lesson here may be to work towards hiring wages for workers in sweatshops, rather than shutting them down. Will TNCs in Bangladesh ever improve, or will we strive in the blood, sweat, and tears of poverty? You've heard the harsh reality, so what are you going to do about it?